Hail to legal warriors. Are lie detector tests, also called polygraph tests, admissible? Are they usable in evidence in Washington state? If you're interested in this area of law, stay tuned. This is the video for you. My name is Attorney Lance Fryrear. I'm a defense attorney in Linwood, Washington. My law firm has been defending people charged with crimes all throughout Washington state for more than 20 years. And I'm putting out these videos to help educate the public. So if you find this useful, please like and please subscribe. More people get the help they need. Now I'm just going to jump right into it. A lie detector test. It just came up in my practice over the last 2 weeks that a law enforcement officer wanted my client to take a lie detector test. And guess what? This officer keeps calling my office, wanting my client to take a lie detector test. And in any situation where a client asks me, is a lie detector test admissible in evidence against me in Washington state? I tell them the answer is no. It is not admissible in a court of law in front of a jury to say that, hey, if you failed this lie detector test, that means that you're lying. So why is it then that I don't want my client typically to take a lie detector test from law enforcement? And the answer really is in the reason why these tests are not admissible to begin with. Now, there's a standard of law for admitting scientific, new, novel scientific evidence into courts all throughout the United States. And it's a case called United States versus Fry, F-R-Y-E. If I remember, it's a case around 1923. And the gist of it is that the science behind something has to be generally accepted in the relevant scientific community as being accurate and reliable and something we can count on when we're talking about people's freedom. Now, DNA passes that test, as we all know, right? Fingerprint analysis passes that test. But for a long time, it's been found that lie detector tests do not pass muster. And why is that? Well, a lie detector test, from a layperson's point of view, it measures something on the person taking the test that the person cannot consciously control. It measures allegedly biological markers, right? A heart rate, respiration rate, maybe body temperature, other things like that. And the theory is that when somebody tells a lie, that there will be a change from the baseline or the control questions when we know someone's telling the truth. If we say, Mr. Smith, is your name Mr. Smith? And they say, yes, it probably won't change much what their biological reactions look like. And they're going to ask a bunch of control questions to see what you say when you answer a question they know you're telling the truth about. Who knows if you are or not? Maybe your name isn't Mr. Smith and you've been lying your whole life, right? Shows you how bogus this test is. But the theory is, hey, we're going to ask you stuff that we believe is true, and we're going to compare it to these shocking questions that we ask you and say that, hey, if your reaction doesn't look like a truthful answer to a normal question, then that reaction must mean you were telling a lie, not that you were just shocked or upset by the question about did you rape this person, or did you murder this person, or did you steal this money? And you can see it's sort of guesswork. And a strong reason why I don't want my clients taking these tests is because there is operator bias and operator error when they are analyzing results. Think about it. If law enforcement is asking you to take a lie detector test, do they suspect you of a crime? I'll wait. Yes, of course they do, right? Did you answer? Hopefully you answered yes. Of course they suspect you of a crime. They are not trying to clear you like they say, we're going to clear you with a lie detector test. That isn't how it works, although some officers might disagree. I clear people all the time with lie detector tests. When it comes to your freedom, I'm not going to count on peering into the brain of how honest a police officer is to us or to themselves about the way they're going to interpret a polygraph. Okay. What else have I seen in my practice was reasons I wouldn't tell someone to take a lie detector test. I've had to learn this over time. I've done this 30 years, but I was a prosecutor 7 years. Year 1 and year 2 of being a defense attorney, I didn't know as much as I do at year 23. And I've had clients take a lie detector test more than once with law enforcement. And law enforcement always finds a way, in my opinion, even if it looks good, they'll say, well, that test is invalid because you were regulating your breathing. I mean, I think we try to regulate our breathing when we try to remain calm, right? You were taking countermeasures to fool the machine because they don't like the answers, right? And so when law enforcement is giving a polygraph, there's no reason, in my opinion, that we should trust them to be fair and accurate in their subjective interpretation of the results. The order of the questions, the type of questions, the quality of the control questions, those can all make a big difference in the interpretation of the squiggles. Okay? Well, Lance, my own attorney wants me to take a lie detector test. I mean, why is that? Well, sometimes we have seen cases where we can go to a private polygrapher that is not a member of law enforcement who might give polygraphs as part of treatment. Sexual deviancy treatment requires polygraphs. Sometimes community correction officers send people for polygraphs, and those are a little bit different. There's a little bit less dog in the fight of trying to prove a crime at that point. And sometimes we can still use the result of a polygraph with a certain prosecutor might really find them persuasive, right? Everyone's opinion may differ. We can use a positive result of a polygraph with a prosecutor. Sometimes it's persuasiveness, right? Many prosecutors will say, I don't care. You send them to someone who said they passed whether they did or not, right? Just like I don't care so much what law enforcement thinks because it's hocus pocus. There's a reason why it is not admissible. That's my opinion. If you run a polygraph, you're trained to think a certain way. You're trained, in the dogma of this machine works. If the machine worked, it would be admissible in court. It's not. So, bottom line is, a lie detector test is a lie. That's my opinion, and it's going to be very rare that I will ask a client of mine to go ahead and take a lie detector test, even though they're going to have to. For certain types of treatment, they might have to for certain types of probation, but I think it's a fool's errand if we're trying to use a polygraph to prove our innocence. Because even if we're totally innocent, we can fail that test based upon a myriad of reasons. That's why it's not admissible. That's why I don't have my clients do it, and you can decide what will be best for you. So if you find this video useful, please like and please subscribe. More people get the help they need. And more importantly, if you got a criminal matter in Washington State, hopefully you're not being asked to take a poly. But regardless, if we get on board, we'll listen to what happened, we'll identify a way forward, and we will be there for you. Thank you.